Hello, my name is Ramon Ramirez. Um, Prior to becoming a business broker, I had over 22 years of banking experience. But my last 10 years were in commercial banking. Commercial banking. One of the most exciting things I found in banking was acquisition financing. What I quickly realized was that with the aging population in Canada, the baby boomers retiring, that there was a huge opportunity for to be in the space of business acquisitions and business transitions and mergers. Obviously, coming from in the banking world, my main concern was the monetization of my deals. Coming from a salaried background, going into a commission-only job, I I had concerns. I had a mortgage to pay. I have a family. I have kids, so I was concerned. So in my first discussions with Kit offered his help and promised me he was gonna hold my hands through the learning process. I didn't know what to expect, but I came into this role knowing a lot about finances, knowing a lot about lending, knowing knowing a lot about how to network and how to have difficult conversations with business owners. I think that is what I brought to the table. What I didn't know about the business brokerage world was about how to advertise and how to properly market a business and without sounding too salesy per se, or and managing both sides of the transactions diligently. I also knew very little about how to properly price a business. I think that the support that I received from Kit um, accelerated my and my and me becoming a business broker, and 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 eventually after a couple of years, I felt more and more comfortable in running with deals myself. He's very knowledgeable, and he he has the answer for everything. That was my experience so far.
One of the things, Ramon, you mentioned right at the very start was the concern about paying your mortgage and sort of essentially compensation. So you've been at it for 3 years now. Can you discuss? You don't have to give us exact numbers by any stretch, but can you discuss sort of how being an independent, kill what you eat kind of business broker balances against a fixed income sort of salary?
Well, starting as an independent professional, I knew I was going to have financial challenges at the beginning. And I treat this as a startup. I treated this as a startup, as I was a banker of startup companies before, so I knew the type of expenses I was going to face. That's is and that would have been the case if I decided to buy a business, start my own business, or just becoming a business broker. So I prepared for it. However, I think I was able to close my first deal within 6 months, and immediately after, 2 months after, I closed my second deal, and I think that I finished the first year of a business broker and matching what my earnings were as an employed banker. today I am over twice of the income I used to have as a banker. It's only my third year, and the phone doesn't stop ringing.
Another, to follow up on the compensation question, what was the biggest commission that you've taken so far?
It was in the six figures.
Nice. Yeah. So Ramon, just to get back to sort of the difference between a 9 to 5 job and being essentially the owner of a business, how is your work-life balance? Are you spending enough time with your family, or are you working 20 hours a day?
My answer will be very different from my wife's. She will tell you that I work a lot, but I don't feel it that way. I absolutely love what I do. And when I talk to people about my day-to-day, the type of conversations I have with my clients, people often say to me, "Oh, you have the coolest job in the world," and I have to agree with them. And I absolutely love what I do. I think I put a lot of hours, but they are, if in the middle of the day I'm not, I don't have any meetings, or there is nothing urgent. There is absolutely nothing stopping me from grab my bike and going for a 2 3 hour bike ride in the middle of the day. And because I know I will come back and probably just get some emails later that day, or start in earlier in the morning. I am always available to take my kids to school or pick them up. The only thing that will stop me from doing that is if there is a meeting already live. But what I like to say is that I feel, even though I'm putting probably the same or more hours, I feel that I am half as busy as what I used to be as a salaried employee, and I am being twice as productive. Um, all the things I tackle on will have an immediate impact on my clients, and ultimately on the commissions that I will take. But another thing I is really good is that I can take this job anywhere. So when I was on in vacation in South America, in the States, or anywhere, is just grab my laptop 1 hour, put it away, and take it with me, answer a couple of emails, answer a couple of phone calls, and my clients feel that I never left the office. But yeah, I was on the other side of the world.
Starting off and having your first meetings with clients, and did you feel, and how you felt? Did you feel confident, or did you feel nervous and fearful?
So I am used to having these difficult discussions and with clients, and I think that one of my best attributes is having these discussions. And many times in the conversations, you don't know the answers, but it is in the way that you express that to your client that adds value, right? So I could say, well, you know what, I don't know this, but I will come back with an answer. You don't really say that. There's different ways of saying that, but being able to consult with Kit on those things I didn't know, and being able to access to different templates. And that was key. I cannot see myself just preparing all the templates that I had access to with Kit. He had everything ready. There is a letter of intent for buyers. There is a letter of intent for large companies, letter of intent for asset for share. There is a document for this, document for that, even for invoicing. There is a template there ready to calculate the cash flow flow calculation, working capital. There is a template to calculate how much and how to adjust the balance sheet at closing for the seller, for the buyer. Um, so, so, so yeah, having those tools available, I can, if I didn't have kids, again, those not having those tools would have been the main reason for me to leave this profession immediately. So that's invaluable. And you know what? It's like those templates are just templates. There are many things to add. There are many things to take out. So and you have a whole team, and the fact that you have a whole team behind you, helping you and explaining why should or why shouldn't you taking out or and adding in, and that's really valuable as well. I mean, and yes, I look good when I have a meeting with my client, but I look really professional and with the materials I was able to have at my fingertips through Chinook, and the fact that I am able to put my signature at the bottom of those materials, that meant a lot.